In this video I'm going to show you another example how to use completing the square method for solving the quadratic equation. In this case we will be solving equation x squared minus 8x plus 7 equals 0. So from the previous lesson you know that the first step we are supposed to do is to take away number 7, and it would lead to the equation x squared minus 8x equals negative 7. Now we are supposed to find some number to be squared so that this expression on the left side is becoming the perfect square. So the question is how to find such a number. And I told you during my last lesson that you have this number, so you have number 8, it will be 4, and then you square this number and you fill it in the missing place. So if you do this procedure, and I'll explain later on why this works and why it is true. So x squared minus 8x, so plus 4 squared, and in this case I'm gonna be lazy and I will not put there number 16 but 4 squared. You'll understand later on why. And as I did the addition on the left side, I have to do the same thing on the right side of the equation because I want the equal sign to be still valid. In this case it's better to put there 4 squared. Why did I put 4 squared here? Because now I can see very clearly that my perfect square expression or perfect square is this expression 4 minus x minus 4 squared, and on the right side I'll get number 9. I'm quite happy, and maybe some of you understand why, because 9 is nice number and the square root of 9 is 3. So my next step is to square root both sides of the equation and I will get the equation absolute value x minus 4 in absolute value equals 3. So my equation to be solved is x minus 4 equals plus minus 3. So two roots, x minus 4 equals 3 and x minus 4 equals negative 3. These are very simple linear equations. So x in the first case, let's put x1 equals 3 plus 4 is 7, and x2 is negative 3 plus 4 equals 1. So these are my two roots. And if you would have a look on this equation we were solving, you were taught that solving this equation by factoring would mean that you look for two numbers, and if you add these two numbers up you'll get number negative 8, and if you multiply these two numbers you'll get positive 7 as the product of this multiplication. So basically what are these two numbers? Yes, it's negative 1 plus negative 7, and negative 1 times negative 7 equals 7. So this would lead then to multiplication of these two linear expressions. X take away 1 times x take away 7 equals 0. So in this case x1 equals 1 and x2 equals 7. These two roots are the same we got from solving our quadratic equation by using the completing the square method. I promised that I will explain how to and why we have a number next to the x and then we square it. The answer is very simple. If you think about this formula, a in this case minus b squared equals a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, correct? So in this case we know that on the right side we have x squared minus 8x and we are looking for b squared. But if you compare these two expressions, you can see very clearly that if a squared must be x squared, then a equals x. And you can see very clearly that 2ab must be 8x. So 2ab equals 8x. And as far as we know a is x, we can replace a by x, so 2xb equals 8x. And this is quite simple equation. You can multiply by fraction 1 over 2x and you will get b equals, and I will write it so that we clearly can see that we have the number which stands next to x, so 8 over 2. So in our case it was number 4, and as we found b is equal to 4, so the question to have this expression like complete, we need the value for b squared, but it's simple now, and I'm pretty sure everybody can see that b squared is 4 squared, which is 16. Okay, I think that's all. So have fun and enjoy my videos.